Yo, what is up, guys? SavageBoy23 back with another video. Today, I'm going to give you guys my NBA predictions and my NBA recap. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and please watch more of my videos. Please and thank you, and tell me what your guys' favorite team is, and tell me what team do you think will bring the NBA championship home. Alright? So no shout-outs to anybody from yesterday in the NBA. So I just want to say this loud and clear to everybody. I'm guessing not a lot of people tuned into basketball yesterday because of the playoffs. Mainly this video right here where we talked about the playoffs, and when football is about to be over, I'll talk more about basketball. But Lamar Jackson, I'm not talking about the game before. The Ravens-Buffalo. Lamar Jackson, he sold the game. Now, if people might ask, what do you mean, how did he sell the game? This dude threw drops. Like, he could not find any of his receivers. Can't find nobody. At my count, he had 3 turnovers. One fumble. No, sorry, 2 fumbles and 1 interception. Von Miller almost took one back home. That's what he almost did. Von Miller got one of Lamar Jackson's turnovers. I mean, regardless if the NFL was trying to go with the Ravens more or the Buffalo Bills, I'm happy that I won. I did go for Josh Allen and the Bills. Now, I know what people are going to say next. Like, does Lamar Jackson still deserve the MVP? Not the way he showed up yesterday. No, I don't think so. Now, there was a funny quote in the regular season. I think it was week 18, literally the last week of the NFL. Apparently, some guy said that Lamar Jackson is a way better quarterback than any of these quarterbacks that are playing today in the game. And I'm going to sit here and say that I don't disagree with him. Lamar Jackson is the best player, and he is the best quarterback. But let me say this loud and clear to everybody that is a Ravens fan or non-Raven fan. Lamar Jackson was pressured last night into the game. Like, he did not look like the real Lamar Jackson. He was pressured by himself because he basically said, if I don't win this game, we're out, and basically my MVP chant is down the drain. Now, strongly agree. I strongly agree with him to get that MVP. But the way that we all watched that game yesterday, it just didn't look good. 3 turnovers. The final score was 25-27. And let me say this loud and clear. Josh Allen is going to the promised land, one way or another. Now, a lot of people might think, you think we're going to have a rematch? Not a rematch. You think we're going to have Buffalo Bills Chiefs? Or maybe Buffalo Bills Eagles? Now, let me say this loud and clear. Well, to get to the Super Bowl, you gotta beat the championships, or the champion team. Now, let me say this loud and clear. We'll see what's going to happen. I'm excited because the Buffalo Bills will be heading over to Kansas City. Now, it's not the Super Bowl. It's the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. Now, I'm excited for that. I will be dropping the content on that probably this Wednesday or this coming up week. So yeah, and then also stay tuned to my channel too, because I will be doing gaming content. I'll be dropping a video out here for you guys. So yeah. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, comment down below, and please watch more of my videos, and please turn on those notifications. So yeah, it's gonna be a short video. I didn't watch no games yesterday of the NBA. I just want to bring up a recap. I think it was 2 days ago, if I'm correct. Now, I said this will be a great game, the Celtics Hawks, and boy was it. Now I'm not gonna get into the whole talk about it, but there was a few things, maybe a few things here and there. But let me talk about two real quick. I think it was it one of the Hawks players or one of the Celtics? I didn't see it fully. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch nothing of it. But apparently, I think one of the Hawks players missed it. Derek White took it down to the court. Jason Tatum was right behind him. Jason Tatum missed the dunk. Okay, all right, that's one. Second one. Jason Tatum missed a wide open dunk while nobody's right next to him trying to guard him or one of his teammates. Now, let me say this loud and clear, Tatum. You are making yourself look like a clown. You know, I was furious when you lost to the Toronto Raptors. I was furious the way that you are this season. You're not the real Tatum. I don't know what's going on with you, Tatum. You not missed one, but two dunks. That's not like you. You don't miss dunks. You know what I really think it is? You know what I really think it is, Tatum? I think it's one of those people that were talking bad about you, and you're having your season worse right now. That's the real truth, and I'm saying that loud and clear. Now I know what people are gonna say. You remember one time? I don't know when this was, but I think it was this season. I think it was recent. Apparently, there was some guy talking bad about Jason Tatum, like he's not an elite player, he's not clutch in the big moments. And I'm not gonna, disagree with him. He's right. Because look what Tatum was doing. He literally missed two dunks. He got embarrassed by the Toronto Raptors a few weeks ago. And they're playing against a team that's not that good today. They're not that good this season, since they required a player. And I'll talk about them here more often. But I just want to say this loud and clear to everybody. You might think this is going to be a great game. Warriors, Celtics. I'm here to tell you this loud and clear. Because, I'm the NBA guy, NFL guy, news of sports. This is not going to be a good game. No matter how much I rant about this game or rant about these players, this is not going to be a good game. Because Tatum is not clutch no more. The Warriors are like the sad Warriors of the NBA. And Steph Chef literally looks hopeless out there. He has no help. I have no words for these Warriors. These Warriors always go out here and embarrass themselves and embarrass their fan base. I mean, you guys are like bottom of the Western Conference, so I just want to say this loud and clear to everybody. You ain't making it to the playoffs or play-in if you guys keep tanking your season. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. But anyways, let's move on to the games. I did not tune into no games yesterday. It was all strictly the playoffs, so I'll be talking about that. Playoff games this upcoming week. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, let's move on. I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys my prediction. We got a lot of games super early in the day or afternoon, whatever you want to say. I don't know why they're early in the day. I'm going to be honest with everybody. I'm really confused. But, I mean, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Give me games early in the day, then middle of the day. I'll take it. You got this game here. You got Kyrie Irving, Dallas Mavericks against LaMelo Ball and the Hornets. Now, let me say this loud and clear. The Hornets, they played an incredible game. But the Mavs, though, they're trying to pull it out. They're trying to pull it in without Luka. So, I'm going with none other than Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. I do think they will go in here, and they will somehow, in some way, get a win against the Charlotte Hornets. So, yeah. All right, you got this game here. You got Jalen Green, Rockets, Şengün, against Kate Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Now, let me say this loud and clear to everybody. What we saw this weekend, Detroit Lions losing to the Commanders. We all know what happened. And to be honest, if I can go back and give you guys my prediction about the Commanders game in Detroit, I would. And I would not be going for Detroit. Because that team is so bad at what they do. I mainly feel bad for Dan Campbell. I don't feel bad for none of the Detroit Lions players. I feel bad for Dan Campbell. If anybody you should feel bad for, Dan Campbell, man. This guy literally did everything he can this past season, and then all of a sudden everything just went down out of the window, threw it away, and it was all Jared Goff. It was all Jared Goff, because he does not know how to, win games. He only wins games in the regular season, but when it comes towards playoffs, he's like, Dan Campbell, we're going home early. We're not winning. The funny thing about it is, too, you can't beat a Commanders team, but you can go out here and beat very good teams. Now, don't get me wrong, Commanders fans. You guys are an amazing team. You guys are an amazing fan base. But Jaden McDaniels, this is his first season in the NFL, and he's pulling his team all the way to the promised land. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say you guys are going to win a Super Bowl next season. All I'm saying is Jaden McDaniels is a special quarterback. Get all that talk about Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is not special at all. I don't know what he brought to the Chicago Bears. The only thing that I saw he brought to the Bears was Jaden McDaniels throwing that Hail Mary, and it was home from there. That's all I saw. Caleb Williams is not special. He may be special at USC. He may be special of those championships in college, but he ain't special on that field for those Chicago Bears. So yeah, I just want to say that loud and clear. But yeah. The Detroit Pistons playing against the Rockets. Give me Şengün and Jalen Green and the Rockets to win this one. Yeah. Alright, you got this game here. Now, no, this one right here. You got this game. Now, everyone is telling me that this game's going to be great. You got Ant-Man, Ja Morant head-to-head. The two best stars, the two coming up stars when these old players retire. Now, you got the face. You got two of these faces in the league. This is going to be a great game. This is going to be a battle on the court. I'll be tuning into this. There's nothing to do today except for sports, and I will be tuning into all the sport. Who do I want to go for? I don't know who to go for because both of these teams are good. Both of these teams are, they both have very good stars. But I think I'm going to lean towards Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. I just think they're going to pull it out somehow in some way. So yeah. The Timberwolves, I don't have faith in them to win this one. Unless something does happen for them, they go on this crazy winning streak or, scoreboard prediction, or not scoreboard prediction, but scoreboard run. But yeah, I'm just going to go for Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. I do think they will go out here and pull it out with Zach Edey, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., and yeah, give me Ja Morant Grizzlies. You got this game here. Now, the game that I just talked about the former team. You got Ice Trae Hawks versus Jalen Brunson, the Knicks. There's something in me that every time I see these Hawks play, they play an amazing game. They play a fun game when I'm not tuning into it. Like when I just said that the Celtics-Hawks game is going to be a great game, guess what? That actually turned into a very good game. I wish I went back and watched that one, but unfortunately I didn't. It was football. But yeah, this one's going to be a great game because you got Ice Trae from the logo. You got Jalen Brunson that makes clutch three-pointers. You got I don't know if this is going to be home or away, but if it is in New York, Ice Trae is going to get boos thrown at him from the stadium. If it's in Atlanta, Jalen Brunson is going to, clutch up and be that clutch player. Now, regardless if it's played in New York or in Atlanta, this is still going to be a great game. This is still going to be a fun game. I'll be tuning into this game. I'll be shocked if it's played in New York, because we all know how Jalen Brunson likes to clutch up in big moments. And Ice Trey likes to say that he's the enemy of the New York Knicks, which I don't see how he is. But yeah, give me Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. I do think they will win this one. You got this game here. You got Spider Mitchell, Cleveland Cavaliers against Kevin Durant, the Phoenix Suns. I just want to say this loud and clear before we do move on. I meant to say in my video of the NBA playoffs during the NFL predictions, I did not meant to say another player's name. I meant to say Devin Booker. He's a fan of the teams that were in the playoffs, and Kevin Durant was the fan of the Commanders. So we'll see what's gonna happen. But yeah, the two teams that were playing in the playoffs yesterday, the two stars were there. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. Devin Booker's a Detroit Lions fan, and Kevin Durant's a Commanders fan. That's what I meant to say, not the other way around with a bunch of other players' names floating out there. So I just want to point that out to everybody. So yeah, I want to say it loud and clear. But anyways, give me Spider Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers to win this one. So yeah. As I just mentioned, you got Jason Tatum, Celtics, Steph Chef in the Warriors. Now, let me be honest with everybody here. I want to sit here and say this is going to be a great game. But the way that the Warriors have been since they acquired Dennis the Menace hasn't looked good. The Celtics, as I mentioned before, this team has been losing. I don't care if they're on a 1-game losing streak, 4-game losing streak. I don't care where you are. I feel like the Celtics are not that clutch no more. They don't come out in clutch moments like they did when the regular season started out. Yeah, I just want to say it loud and clear. You got Steph Chef, you know, the game winner shot player, and you got Jason Tatum that's clutch most of the time, not all the time. I mean, I'm going to be tuning into this regardless. I'm going for Jason Tatum and the Celtics. I just can't go against the Celtics. Because I know if I don't go for the Celtics, I'm going to lose. Now, I know what you're going to say. What about Steph Chef? You don't want to go against Steph Chef? This man has been struggling this season. So as the Celtics have. But the Warriors have been losing. If I'm correct, and if I'm memorizing it, the Celtics are like top 2 in the Eastern Conference still, right? And the Warriors are in the Western Conference, and they're bottom. I think they're in the 11th or 10th slot in the Western Conference to even make it to the play-in. You do know that if the Warriors lose this game, they fall in deeper into the playoff or out of the playoffs or the play-in. So it even hurts them more. So if you think about it, this game, they need it desperately. That's how bad they need this. Because if they win this game, they can get a little bit closer of where they are. But no, I don't see it happening. They are not going to win this game. They're going to probably just mess up some game or some part in this one. So, yeah, give me Jason Tatum and the Celtics. You got this game here. You got Zion Williamson and you got Jordan Clarkson in this one. No question about it. Give me Zion Williamson and the Pelicans. All right, last game of the afternoon or night, whatever you want to say. You got this game here. You got Lonzo Ball Bulls. You got Kawhi Leonard and the Flippers. Now, let me say this loud and clear to everybody before we do actually end the video. I'm going for Lonzo Ball and the Bulls. Now, people might tell me in the comments, did you tune into the game yesterday? I didn't tune into no games yesterday. But, as I usually do, I'll be looking at the scoreboards in the NBA. The Lakers go out here and lose by 20 points, if I'm correct, somewhere in the 20s. You lose to a Los Angeles Flippers team. By the way, the Flippers home arena is ugly. I've seen it. I've seen the pictures of it. Oh, God, that's disgusting. Just because you beat the Flippers just because you beat the Lakers does not mean that you're going to bring a championship to Los Angeles. And if you do take it, if you do bring it, it's going to be the Lakers, all right? Flipper fans, calm down, all right? You're not that good. You beat a Lakers team that sucks. This team sucks. The Los Angeles Lakers suck. They have nothing to play for, basically. Their season is over. Their season is done. And you guys want to know the real truth, actually? The reason why the Lakers suck? Oh, here you go. I'll tell you right now. It's because of the crybaby. The crybaby. He's so worried that if he doesn't pull his team for a win, it's going to make him look bad. It's going to make his season look like reputation terrible. In reality, it is terrible because of you. That's the reason why the season is terrible for the Los Angeles Lakers. That's the real truth. And I'm not saying this just to make it up. I'm being honest. Because if you actually look at the dots, if you go back to the Lakers seasons, the only time the Lakers were good is when the Lakers won the championship in 2020, right? Since then, this team has looked bad. Now, I know what you're going to say. They have Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is not consistent. He's never consistent. He's a breaking machine. He's a breaking glass machine. He literally goes out here. You look at him, he will get hurt. That is how fragile Anthony Davis is. Now, Laker fans, you ain't winning the championship this season. You ain't even going to make it to the playoffs this season. And if you do, you're going to get bounced out in the first round. Flipper fans, I want to say this loud and clear the nicest way I can. You ain't even going to freaking see the playoffs. You're going to get bounced out in the first round too. Kawhi Leonard, he's not clutching the playoffs like he was back in 2019. He's still the same Kawhi Leonard. But in my opinion, I think more fragile too. Flipper Town is what you guys like to be called. You ain't winning the championship in LA. And if you do, let me say this loud and clear. I won't be making content for basketball. But we all know that's never going to stop because you never win a championship. You know, and I've said this before on my channel before. The Flippers suck at what they do. The Flippers logo is very awful bad. It's terrible. It's the worst logo I've ever seen. Just because Flipper fans won this game against the Los Angeles Losers does not mean that you're going to win a championship this season. Calm down, all right, Flipper fans? That's all I wanted to say. That game was horrible, by the way. I don't know why they decided to put it on the weekend at the end of the day for football. Just want to point that out. And to be honest with you, loud and clear to everybody. You know how, like, I think it was last season or the season after that or somewhere in 2020, they gave a lot of hype around Battle of LA. They didn't do that this year. You know why? Because those two teams sucks at what they do this season. That's the real truth. You remember when it was LA versus LA? The Battle of LA? And who would actually bring it out more? Well, guess what? They don't do that no more. Sure, Flipper fans can say they took the last W at the end of the day, but nobody cared about it. It was all quiet down. Nobody gave it hype because you know why? Again, these two teams sucks at what they do. They're not good on the court. They're not athletic to win games. They don't do nothing that's good. But yeah, that's the issue for Flipper fans and Laker fans. If you guys are curious, mainly for the Lakers. But yeah, those are all of my games today for NBA predictions. I'll give you guys my NBA recap. Stay tuned to the channel because I will be dropping game content for GTA glitches. Stay tuned, turn on those notifications. I'll drop it here sooner than later today, hopefully. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment down below, and please watch more of my videos. Please and thank you. Until then, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.